Instead of doing those constant cosplay, watch me kind of make it videos like I have been doing, mostly because I've been forgetting to record whenever I've done stuff. I do have some footage though, so I'll add that in here at some point into this video. Like really fast forward though, but it takes like so long, it's kind of repetitive after a while. So unless I do something really interesting or a tutorial on something, I am going to instead do like these cosplay progression vlogs. I'll probably come up with a different word for them, like cosplay diaries. Ha! I just came up with one. What? Okay. It wasn't that clever, and I'm pretty sure someone's probably used it before, but you know what? It popped into my head right now, so we'll go with that. So I will do just like these random updates all the way up until Anime Expo, and probably after, because I will be going to things like SummonerCon, and I'll probably actually go to like the SAC anime as well. Maybe at some point. I'm kind of stuck in California conventions, so different ones around California. Whenever I can, I will go there. Why am I playing with my hair? I have this thing. It is almost done. I am semi-happy, like really unhappy with it, because the paper mache isn't as smooth as it looked when it was like not painted. Like the wrinkles came out a lot more when it was painted. I hope it doesn't show up in photos, but it does in real life, and it's pretty bad in some spots. Like I went over and I tried to smooth it out a little bit more, but some parts just wrinkle because paper can't bend certain ways without wrinkling, and small enough paper just makes it leave like little creases. So I needed to probably like spray some kind of layer of something over it that was thicker, and the only thing I could think of was like wood glue and stuff, but wood glue is super expensive and I didn't have the spray adhesive, so I was kind of trying to preserve it enough to cover the craft foam, because without covering craft foam in wood glue it turns out to look kind of like, you can't see the inside of its mouth really, especially on camera it won't show up, but the color doesn't show up, like it doesn't look painted when it's not covered in wood glue first. Like the paint kind of just seeps into it a little bit, so it doesn't show up right, basically is what I'm saying. So I kind of need to preserve it because I'm on a budget. An easy fix to this that I know would have been an easy fix is Worbla, because Worbla is amazing. It's smooth, it's easy enough to work with. I haven't personally got to work with it, but I've seen it. It works like craft foam does with the heating and everything, but it's sturdier material. And then of course things like resins and whatever people use to mold stuff out of, to make the molds and to actually mold it, that's like kind of like plastic. I don't have money for that. I don't have the space for that. I don't have a workshop with the right tools or any of that, because that is all super expensive and requires like actually knowing what you're doing. And so I've stuck with craft foam. I feel like I'd like it better had I cut out a hole in the armor and stuck it to make it look like it's coming more out of the armor, but I've shadowed it a bit to kind of give it that effect from far away, so hopefully that will do. I eventually want to, since I want to definitely revisit Jinx, I want to remake it. I didn't make it the way people normally make it. Most people take like some big tube and then just put the armor or and like maybe another tube onto that. I used Eva foam, like those little exercise mats or like those puzzle pieces that you put together when you were like little, and they were like really thick. I used those and wrapped it around to make different tiers so it got thinner as it went back, because I kind of liked how that looked more, even though it's not like hers exactly, but hey, it works. FYI, I am not basing this off of her game model, because I know her game model has it like blue-ish purple, I guess, colored, but I'm basing this off of the music video because I like that version a lot more in my opinion, and it just, I don't know, it's the version I went with. So in that thing, her rocket launcher one is like huge, because like there's this scene where she has it on her back and it's almost as tall as her, like it's almost the same exact height. I think it just got a little bit of her like legs, like it's from here to like partway down her legs or something like that, and that's actually where this is on me, surprisingly enough. I didn't plan out the measurements or anything in this. I kind of just winged it all. I'm still fairly happy with it for not knowing what I was doing and not having anything planned out and just winging it as I made it. I am currently in the process of shadowing it. This side isn't shadowed, this side is. The tail's also not shadowed, and it's a little crooked just from the way it was laying, so I kind of gotta lay it out again. That is the other downside of craft foam. Like, even after you heat it and like form it and everything like that, if you apply pressure to a certain spot for a certain amount of time, it will start to disform it, but it will eventually kind of go back, but you kind of gotta help it get there again. For this, I am going to put like a plastic covering, maybe to help give it some kind of illumination. I originally, if I had time, wanted to stick a fog machine and some lights into it so that it would light up, and I still plan to do that if I'm able to, and if not, when I revisit it, I will definitely at some point stick a fog machine in this thing and then string it to the thing so the little lever comes out. This is why this part's so thick. It is made so that when I have that thing and it's got the little buttons on it, I can come here and stick just that little button thing, like carve it out, stick this little control button. It has like 2 buttons on it. I saw one online. Basically, it's just like a remote control with wires attached to the fog machine, and stick it here and then somehow wire the lights into that same control, so I can just flip it on and off, and the fog machine would go and the lights would light up when I turn on, and it would look like the switch actually worked and it would be like super cool. So that is my progress on the rocket launcher. So for Katarina, I have the top made, just doesn't have the belts because the belts haven't come in yet. I'm almost finished with the shorts. I have her gloves. I'm going to cut them and attach the fur to it and attach nails, stiletto nails, onto the ends. I have most of my Jinx cosplay done, like the costume itself. I just am slacking making that little purple patch thing that she has, which is like really easy, so I don't know why I keep lacking it, like keep putting it off, but I do. And then I gotta finish the glove, just this part. The room's a mess right now, so they're in this mess someplace. I have my Venus cosplay coming that I bought because I didn't want to try to make that. I'll be honest, I didn't want to try to make that. I didn't have time to make that. That's in the mail right now actually, and it should be here fairly soon. I made this Voidling. If you guys watch my little jokes, you probably saw this Voidling with it. So I made this Voidling for my boyfriend's Smell the Heart cosplay, which I am working on. I have the fabric for that. I believe I've showed that in a haul video though. I haven't made any of the costume yet. Another part of Jinx weapons is her other gun, which I have the handle. The first part all painted, and I am praying to God that this thing can hold those PVC pipes, because those PVC pipes can be fairly heavy, but it's like 2 things holding it, but like I'm really worried that the super glue won't hold well, and that this, which is also like super glued, won't hold well, so I might attach like bolts somehow. This is the bottom piece, which I know it has like a flat shape to it, but I saw someone who did just basically a funnel. They used like a funnel for it, and I really liked how that looked, so I kind of took that and incorporated. This is a bucket. Gotta attach like one more little thing right here because it ran out. These are her barrels. All finished, super long, and I really hope they're not as heavy once the weight is like distributed. I have all 4 of my wigs, the Jinx wigs I have showed before, so I didn't bother to grab it. Katarina, Harley Quinn, it's a pigtail wig, and then a super pretty long, blonde, kind of curly, wavy Sailor Venus wig. They're not styled yet. I really just need to cut the bangs for Katarina's weapons. I have her 2 big blades still that I need to make, and then I need to find some way to make like really small looking katanas or something like that. I'm currently making her daggers, so I have 1 finished. It is kind of rough though because the hot glue around the side didn't even out correctly, but you know what, I kind of like it and I kind of don't. I'm going to attach it to the belts that go around her thighs with a magnet, because I want it to be able to like be easily like removed, and it's mostly how I want to attach like all her blades to like wherever they go, because I want like easy access. So I don't know, it feels like it would add like a cool effect. Alright guys, so bye, have a lovely day. and all that jazz. For more constant updates and whatnot, check out my Facebook page and like it, because it means like a super lot to me. Thanks for watching. It means a lot though if you do check out all my links and stuff like that. I have like DVR, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter that I am mostly on like all the time, and I have a Tumblr, but for like all my personal stuff, cosplay stuff, all that stuff, it's all on those sites. So yeah, okay, thanks for watching guys, bye, have a lovely day.